It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Niners and the Texans. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Alongside Brock Heward in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, we usually at this point talk about a quarterback, talk about a game-breaking running back, a home run hitter when it comes to wideouts. No. Today, before this one, we're talking about a couple of tight ends.
And what a great game it is, Kate, to spotlight that position because we have two of the league's best. And when you go back and you watch the tape after the fact, when the ground game's running wild, it's usually these tight ends making blocks. When the passing game is getting it done, well, they play a role in the air as well. They don't get the headlines like you talked about. But these guys, man, they are cornerstones of their offense.
Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. Starting from the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him.
Running back sent in motion. Purdy throwing here to start. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now it's second down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Purdy now on 2nd and 10. On target to his back, here's Christian McCaffrey. This is ahead for about 5. C.J. Gardner-Johnson there on the tackle.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd and short, here's Purdy. Complete beyond the marker. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. To throw again, it's Purdy. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 46. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And they had that one contained right at the line. Azeez Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
Kate, I'm going to call that, even though it looks like nothing on the stat sheet, a win-win for both sides. Defense, well, they rally. They get right to that throw in the flat for a no gain. The offense, well, they just remind that defense, you not only got to cover us vertically, but we're going to stretch you horizontally as well.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 42 as this opening drive continues. Ayuk put in motion left. Purdy on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Ricky Pearsall. And they bring him down around the 34.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. This is reeled in by Juwan Jennings. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
Second and goal, backed all the way up to the 14 here. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun snap for Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And he drives this down to the 8 before going out.
Awareness. Kate, you hear me and so many others talk about it a lot with quarterbacks, but it's critical for every unit on a football field. And for the defense right there, to have an awareness of knowing where the marker was and to make sure that completion wasn't going to move the chains.
Moody knocks it through. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Dameon Pierce now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And leading them out is the 2nd overall pick back in the 2023 draft from the Ohio State. It's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on a route. C.J. was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
He keeps it and takes off. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
2nd and 3 now. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, he keeps it left. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Pretty clear case of the QB not finding anything open downfield, just trying to improvise, make something out of nothing. Quarterbacks not known for keeping as good a grip on that ball as the runners, and he's got to punch free pretty easily for the turnover.
San Francisco headed out for its second possession of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 36. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. And we'll pause here for an injured Texans player. Looks like he's shaken up, and they'll get someone out there to look at him. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They kick the running back in motion. On third down, Purdy hits him on the out route. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
They'll come up first and 10. From the gun is Purdy. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. From the gun, McCaffrey. Still has room inside the 15. And he is all the way ahead to the 13-yard line. They get 13 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Pretty throwing here on first. And he will score. It's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers grow their lead off the turnover. George Kittle, the touchdown. When you reach the status that he has around the league, Brock, well, we all at this point expect him to be making plays like this when he's targeted down near the end zone.
Yeah, I think the best thing I can say about this dude is he makes it look easy a lot of the time. And this game, trust me, is never easy. It speaks to how well he plays this position.
Jake Moody on for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers go up 10-zip here in the first. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Set to return. This is Braxton Berrios. He stopped on the return at the 27. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. On play action, here's Stroud. Headed out right. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. In big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun now for Stroud. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Stroud from the pistol. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down. From the gun, Stroud. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you'd like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
Texans going to kick this away on 4th, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. And he's brought down before the return gets far. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And the 49ers will go on offense. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And here in the first, already up to a 10-0 advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Purdy throwing here. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6. And time runs out before they get the snap off. That's the end of 1. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They're looking at 3rd and 6 here. Back to throw. Here's Purdy. Pearsall there to grab it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. Receiver in motion, headed right. First down throw by Purdy. That finds Ayuk. Oh, the football's loose. And this is going to be a turnover. The defense forces the big play.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the review saves them a turnover. He was, in fact, already down when the ball came free. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Now it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 48. He completes it in traffic. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That stop coming from Henry To'o.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the 2 defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
First down, ball at the 36. Tight end in motion right. Looking to throw, Purdy. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
On second down, here's McCaffrey. Jukes one defender, and he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that's a 49er first down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Working inside the red zone. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick-6 as it's sent away. Has this at the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick-6. Need short memories here as they head back out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Isaac Arindo. And defenders are there to get him at the line. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. On the ground, McCaffrey. He's contained at the line for no gain. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop. Now following the play, one of the 49ers banged up. He's in some pain. We're going to pause here as he gets checked on. Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? They send a tight end in motion. To the air. 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So 4th down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. That punt finishes as a 60-yard effort. And it's going to be Texans football. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it sets up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He lofts it deep left. He's got it inside the 25. It's a pickup of 39 yards. And it sets up a Houston 1st.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Running with Mixon out of the gun. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. On target to his back, Joe Mixon. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
Oh, those linebackers. Those linebackers. They seem to be in the thick of every play and some of the quickest reaction times out there. He needed a quick reaction there to get a finger on the throw and change its direction.
Stroud going to go on 4th down. He finds him beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Mixon will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Now Stroud on 3rd and goal. And he will score. It's a Houston touchdown. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. It's a Christian Kirk touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return starts at the 3. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the 49ers on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Hits him on the out route. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Here's Purdy to throw. Cut by Jennings. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The 49ers facing a deficit near the break. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running back sent in motion. 2nd and 1. Finds him over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. He sends this one to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers get some late points and the lead. Exactly the play they were looking for, Brock. They saw it, and he put it right on the money.
Yeah, it really was a perfect play. This is what it looked like in practice, but more importantly now to get it done in game time, that's what you're looking for. Amazing when it all comes together.
On is Moody for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. about to kick it away. Here's Moody. Pierce now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Texans and Christian Kirk headed back onto the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Setting up the running back screen. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
First down, Stroud. That's complete. Here's Kirk. And as he goes out of bounds, we've got a flag on the play, likely against the defense. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
2nd and 4. Got his target, it's Higgins. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
They'll come up 1st and 10. To the air yet again, it's Stroud. The throw is caught. And he almost gets to the 5. He goes out at the 6.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the gun, Stroud. And he will score. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans get some late points and the lead. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 4-point lead. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. The 49ers headed back out on offense as we get another look at Brock Purdy. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. First down throw by Purdy. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the gun is Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. The 49ers will call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Second and 3 now. To throw again, it's Purdy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you could depend on.
We've reached our halftime intermission with the Texans currently in front in Houston. Now we'll send you east to our studios in Orlando. That's where Jonathan Coachman is waiting to bring you the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, what you got for us?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. We'll let you and Brock catch your breath as we welcome the rest of you to our EA Sports Halftime Report. We just watched a very good first half out of the Ohio State man, C.J. Stroud. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the second half. We're underway. Barrios now to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Now here's the Houston offense. They've got it first to begin the third. They've certainly had no issue scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they could really use some more points on this drive. First and 10 now from the 30. They kick the running back in motion. Stroud throwing here on first. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
It's Mixon on second down. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession, or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. On play action, here's Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. Two men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. A give to Mixon up the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Fred Warner.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
2nd and 6 now. And he missed over the middle there. Lucky that one didn't end up worse. That swatted away, incomplete. Could not beat the defender there. So now they're going to have to figure out this 3rd down.
You know, it's tough to succeed at linebacker in most defenses if you can't hold your own in coverage. They rely on you to break up throws just like that and take some of the stress off the secondary.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's out of bounds just inside the red zone. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well, and it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the shotgun, a give to Mixon. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Throwing is Stroud. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Houston. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans drive their lead to 11. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. This return makes it up to the 25. The 49ers are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns. Good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can. Putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Kittle brings it in. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning-quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun snap for Purdy. That finds Ayuk, complete. And they make the tackle at the 38. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Now it's McCaffrey. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, Purdy. Got used check, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Motioning left is their running back. From the 23. That's caught in stride by McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 16. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
On 1st and 10, it's McCaffrey. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut, 2nd down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg for him. Hauled in left side. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
You know what I love about this? Never showing panic. When he leaves the pocket, look at his eyes. They continue to search downfield. They're never looking at the rush. They're finding the open man downfield before running out of real estate.
On 3rd down, Purdy. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hands, their coach wants to see them convert those.
Moody knocks it through. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Barrios now to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Texans and wide receiver Nico Collins ready to go once again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. On the ground again with Mixon. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Nick Bosa makes the stop. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd down, Mixon gets it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
The Texans set to punt. And this will be his 2nd effort of the contest. Same as a touchback here. Fair catch made at the 20. The 49ers ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this 2nd half. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Man in motion, headed right. Pretty throwing here on 1st. Short pass brought in. He's got a gain of 6 there. Foley Fatukasi there to make the stop.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Second and 4. Into traffic, complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. He picks up 15 on the play. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
Well, that right there, Kate, that is the epitome of trust, and trust in your big physical tight end. Throwing his way into double coverage. You may question the decision when the ball leaves his hands, but it's tough to question when it produces results like that.
Purdy on 1st down. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They just get the play off. Pearsall there to grab it. And he works this to the 38 before going down. So we hit the end of the 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. 2nd and 3 now. To throw again, it's Purdy. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And they take him down right along the 30. And that play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
Kate, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
Brought in by Ayuk. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. Second and 3 now. Now it's Purdy. This ball's cut by McCaffrey. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down and ready to turn it into a negative play.
McCaffrey on 3rd down. And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. 2 yards on that run. That's going to bring up 4th and 6. Running back sent in motion. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. They connect for the first. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, to sit on the bench, to get their breath. But now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
From the gun is Purdy. Quick slant complete. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
They need the end zone here. They've got 4 chances at it. This is 1st and goal. Purdy looking to throw. Put the body on the line for his team. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The 49ers down by only 2 in the 4th. It's a Brandon Ayuk touchdown. Right on the edge of the goal line for 1st and goal. And I don't know about you, partner, but that surprised me that they just threw it in. No attempts at running it.
Yeah, I think it is so hard for these defenders. You got to be so keyed in, and physically, you know you've got to stop that run first. So a 1st down pass play can and certainly was effective.
He's throwing for it. He lays out and gets it. Wow, that gets him the 2 points. Well, we all knew extra point was doing nobody any good there. Got to go for 2 in the tie. They do. They get it. And just like that, we're all squared up here in the 2nd half.
Squared up, brand new ball game, even Steven. Who is Steven? Do you know who Steven is?
That's a very good question. No, go ahead. Go ahead, though. You take it.
I don't know who Steven is, and I don't really care because it's a whole new game with both teams totally alive.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Pierce now on the return. Return's looking good so far. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Houston's offense back out now and ready to go. Ball at the 33 for first down. Here's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
2nd and 3 now. They've got a man in motion. Stroud off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now here he goes. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
3rd and just 2 to go. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 44. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's 2nd and 2. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Stroud. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 41. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
He'll throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The visitors headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion left. First down throw by Purdy. Kittle brings it in. And he gets it up close to the 25 before he's out of bounds.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Purdy setting up that play action. Into the hands of Kittle. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Purdy throwing here on first. Completed here to McCaffrey. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
From the gun, Garindo. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. Handoff now out of the gun. And this one does not go far. 3 yards puts them back on the right track. Now they've got 3rd and 9.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Adds just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
He's back to throw. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's a 49er first down. That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. 49ers in range for a game-winning score. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, Kate. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And here's another stop made right at the line. Nice back-to-back reps from this defense. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Going run again with McCaffrey. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's McCaffrey. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. Final timeout called by the Texans, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Again, here's McCaffrey. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers have taken the lead late. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. So how about the determination there? This game has been as hard fought as you will see. But they grab hold of the lead here with a late touchdown that may just win them the ball game.
You could almost feel them saying, Kate, we don't want overtime. Let's go out and get it done now. They accomplished their goal, but you do have to ask the question, do they leave too much time on the clock? Stay tuned.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Barrios now to return it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now we get a look at this Texans offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. On the quick slant here, it's Higgins. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The clock rolls as the Texans try to hurry their offense to the line. Here he is to throw. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete, brings up 3rd down.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the...
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game. We're all watching that sideline here, seeing where those feet came down.
And no matter what they rule here, Kate, that was an outstanding effort just to...
So upon further review and a consultation from Game Day Central, the call overturned. A modest amount of time left, Brock, but crucially, no timeouts for him. It's 1st down. Setting up to pass. Has his man. It's Mixon. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, you compare and contrast stats over the decades, Kate. One thing you see is the completion percentages are through the roof. In this day and age, compared to the 60s and the 70s, a big reason is just completions like that. Utilizing every one of your eligible receivers. That time, a running back in the flat.
He's got time here, and they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the 49ers, as we'll see you next time from Houston.